Okay. Hello everyone, this is Ankita Gupta and today I am here to explain about a very important topic of artificial intelligence, that is natural language processing. So I am just going to give a brief introduction of what are the different phases or what are the 6 phases of natural language processing. So first of all, what is a language processing? So a language processing is nothing how we can process a natural language using machine. Like whatever we communicate, it is done using a particular natural language. Like right now I am speaking in English language, so that is the English natural language. When I am speaking in any other language, that will be that particular language processing. So how can computer process the natural language? This is required for artificial intelligence because right now we have so many applications which are using your voice for processing the content or processing the data. So for that this is a very important topic, that is natural language processing. So right now I'm going to explain the 6 phases. So the first phase is level 1, that is known as speech sound. Now what is speech sound? That simply means phonetics and phonology. Whatever we speak, whatever sound we produce when we are speaking, that is known as phonetics, because we need to find out what is the difference between one sound and other sound. So this is the level 1. I am going to explain it using example also, but right now I am just explaining what are the different phases, just telling what are the different phases. So the second one is words and their forms. So words and their forms means there are different words in the language which may be derived or which may be converted into different forms. One word can be converted into different forms, like there is a word happy. So happy can be in different forms like happiness, happily, and so many. So these things are known as morphology, or we can also say it as lexicon. Morphology contains lexicon. Lexicon means there will be a vast number of lakhs, thousand, crores of words, and what will be their different kinds of formations, how words are formed. So that is the second level of language processing. Now the third level is nothing, it is the structure of sentence. Now first we went to the sound, how we produce a sound from our mouth, that is phonetics. Second was the words, and the third is a sentence. So how a sentence is formed? Sentence means if I am saying like I am going to market, so I am going to market needs the structure. Like if I am saying I word will come in the first place, so why I will come at the first place, why not at the second place, why not at the third place in this particular sentence? So this is known as structure of sentence, or we can simply say in computing language, we can simply say it as syntax or parsing. How do we read a sentence? How do we form a sentence? So that is the structure of sentence. Now next one is level number 4, that is known as meaning of sentence. Now we have come from sound, then to word, then to sentence. Now what is the meaning? Is that particular sentence producing some meaning, or I can say is it meaningful or not? So this particular thing is known as semantics. So this is also a very important thing, because if the sentence is not proper, if the words placed in the sentence is not proper, it may lead to a different meaning it intend to. So for that thing we need to understand the meaning, or we need to understand that these all phases are related to each other. Then next level is meaning in context and for a purpose. That just I told you that meaning is important, but meaning can be different in different context, and it can be or for a different purpose also. So this particular thing is known as pragmatics. Now pragmatics is just for the meaning of the sentences or whatever we are speaking in a particular context. Like if I am saying if I am just right now taking an example of a bank. So bank of a river and bank as a financial thing is different. So here the context is different, but the word is same. So when I'm using this word in a particular sentence, so the context is also important. So this is known as pragmatics. And the last phase is connected sentence processing in a larger body of text, and this is known as discourse. That means forward and backward sentence related to, or seeing the forward sentence or checking the backward sentence, we can find the meaning of the sentence. So this is simple for a human because we have got some intelligence, but when we are trying to give this intelligence to the machines or to the computers, we need to see, when a computer is processing a language, we need to see all these levels, we need to check all these levels one by one. If you don't check all the levels, then the language processing will not be, or we can say the natural language will not be properly processed by the computer. So one by one I am going to explain this. So let's see examples of levels. So like I already told you, so level 1 was phonetics, so that simply means sound. Then level 2 was the word formation. Like here we can see there are two words, dog and lady. So dog can be in different forms, like if I am saying dog, then dog, then if I am saying dogs, then this is a particular word formation from dog when I am adding s to it. Then dogged, so if I am saying dog, it completely changes the meaning of the word dog. Okay, then next word is lady. If I am saying a lady, that means one lady. If I am saying ladies, so it changes the meaning for different number of ladies. So here we can say that we can have numerous number of word transformations, word formations from a particular word. So the question is here now, should we store all forms of words in the lexicon? Lexicon means, you can say, it is a kind of dictionary, it is a kind of database where we are storing different kinds of words for processing. So is it necessary? So we'll look in future. Then the third level, I told you, it was structure of sentence, or we can say syntax or parsing. So like here we can say there are two sentences. One is Ram goes to market and second is goes Ram to market. Obviously, because I am a human, I can predict that the second one is wrong. But how will the machine predict that Ram goes to market is correct sentence while goes Ram to market is incorrect sentence? Because we need to give the grammar, we need to give the syntax to the machine, that yes, Ram will come to the first place, or Ram like words like Ram will come to the first place. Words like goes will come to the second place, then to or in or other kind of these words will come to the third place, and similarly the other words. So what I am talking is about the grammar. Like you must have studied in your previous classes about parts of speech, noun, verb, adverb. So this is all related to the third level, and here it goes for the fourth. Now the fourth one is translation from unstructured to structured representation. So as I told, it was meaning mode, or we can say semantic mode, where the meaning is important. So if I just analyze the sentence Ram goes to market, so I want to find the meaning of the sentence. So for machine we have to create a particular representation for that. So what we will do, we will translate the unstructured representation to a structured representation. So for this example we can go like this, like what is the event, what is the agent, what is the source, what is the destination. But for different sentences there might be different representations. So here, like go is a particular event, the main event here is Ram goes to market is go. So this is a particular event. Now what is the agent here? Who is the agent here? Ram is the agent because everything will be done by Ram. Then who is the source? Goes to market. So goes means from one place to another place, but here it is not defined which is the source. Ram is going to market from where? It is not defined, so it is not defined, so there is a question mark for that. And the destination is market. So market means where it is going, what is the destination here in this event go. Okay, so this is how we represent the meaning for a particular sentence. Now the next one is pragmatics. As I told you, that means simply meaning in context or the situation. So like here is an example, a particular sentence is there, is that water, question mark. So that means am I asking, am I just putting a question on someone, that is that water. So the action to be performed is different in the chemistry lab and on a dining table. Obviously, if I'm sitting I'm on a dining table, I'm eating something and I'm asking someone, is that water? So I mean I'm asking about for drinking water. But if I'm in a chemistry lab and if I'm asking is that water, so the context is different here. I'm asking for a particular chemical, or I can say I'm asking for H2O. Okay, so the context here changes for the same sentence but in different context. So this is known as pragmatics. Then next comes L6, that is level 6, that is your discourse. As I told you, it means backward and forward references. So considering the backward and forward references, we are going to find what is the particular meaning of this word or sentence. So it is also known as co-reference resolution. Like here we can see one example. The man went near the dog, full stop, then the next sentence, it bit him. So when the computer is going to read the sentence, it bit him, now how will it identify what it represents and what him represents? Okay, so for that we need to check the forward sentences or the backward sentences. So here, because the backward sentence was, for backward references was man, so man means it bit him, means man is referring to him and it is being referring to dog. Okay, so this is known as co-reference resolution. So by considering the backward and forward references, we are going to resolve, or we are going to get the meaning of a particular sentence. Okay, so this is known as these 6 levels are the levels of the natural language processing. Now there are various kinds of natural language processing approaches. So the 3 basic approaches are the classical approach, which was used previously when it was started, that is human driven approach. Then the second approach is machine learning approach, or we can say statistical approach, in which everything is based on data, because we are going to process a lot of data and we are going to extract inferences, we are going to extract statistics from it, and we are going to make the machine learn from that data, and accordingly it is going to respond. And the third approach is hybrid approach. So hybrid approach is a combination of classical approach and the machine learning approach, in which human will also be involved and the machine learning approach will also be involved. Okay.